Hey, welcome to the Latoya Carr Show. Where is my handbook? The name was inspired because life comes at such a fast pace and it does not come with a handbook. Therefore, this podcast will talk about the many different facets of everyday living, and that can include parenting, business, family, friendships, relationships, basically everything that you will sit at your kitchen table and talk about. I started the podcast on anchor.fm. For those of you that are listening who may be wanting to start your own podcast, go to anchor.fm to start your own podcast. It is free and very easy to navigate. Again, welcome to the Latoya Carr Show. Where is my handbook? Hello, today we're going to talk about our friends or family supporting or not supporting businesses that we've started, right? So for me, I've been an entrepreneur for years. I've always had things that I've dibbled and dabbled in. But most recently, I became a full-time entrepreneur. I've been out of the office since December 15th. But officially, I have been home no check since January 3rd. So going on 3 weeks with that. But my time, away from the office and being at home and, being able to quiet down the noise, the everyday routine of running from A to Z has made me realize a lot. I used to be that one that would get mad at people for not supporting. Well, let me back up. I wouldn't say I would get mad, but I would be really, really disappointed, because let's face it, we all feel like, if you're in my circle, if we're close friends or, especially family, like that's an automatic sale. You're automatically going to support me. Well, the reality of that is that's not a reality. Basically, I've talked to so many business owners. I've talked to so many friends in business that we all pretty much have the same story. Just because you're friends, just because you're family, it doesn't mean that they're automatically going to get your business. I mean, I'm a realtor. I've had people, share my name or, refer me to people per se on Facebook or on these social media sites, but they haven't even used me themselves. So I'm kind of like, how's somebody really going to take you seriously? When you say, oh, my girl's a realtor, but yeah, I didn't use her. I went with somebody else. And so word of mouth goes a long way in business as well. Like I was just talking about the realtor. When it's different when somebody said, oh, I use Toya as a realtor. Oh, cool. Let me get her number. But when you say, yeah, I use this person, but I will go, but you can use her, it kind of, makes the person wonder, or at least it would make me wonder. The other thing, we talk about with social media being so prevalent, even if they can like a post, they can share a post, like all those things are a part of supporting, right? Because let's just face it, you may not have something that somebody particularly wants, but for me, at least you can share it. And see what the outcome is going to be. That's a form of support. Now, my pet peeve is caveat before I even say what my pet peeve is. I don't, just like I just said, I may not have something that you want. Cool. But my pet peeve is, you not supporting me or supporting someone that But you think we're going to have a conversation about somebody that you about to support on Instagram who you ain't never met? Who these people's sales are already up. They're already so-called balling. You're ready to dip, pour your money into their pockets, but you ain't ready to build up or uplift your sis, your cousin, your friend that's in business. Like, that's crazy to me. So, while I may say that, I'm no longer discouraged by that, it's still certain things that we're not even going to tolerate, right? So we're not going to sit and have a conversation about you supporting Keisha, who you never met. Keisha is already talking about she done made 6 figures for the month. I might be over exaggerating, but whatever. She might already, be talking about she done made over 6 figures for the month, and you're ready to dump your hard-earned money into Keisha, who already got it. But your cousin, your friend, your sis is trying to build it, trying to generate wealth for his or her family, and you're not supporting. Like, I don't get the rationale for that. I just don't get it. But the purpose of this conversation is just to help, like, other small business owners, other people that are just starting their business out. Don't get discouraged by that. The key is to build around your target audience. And just know that those people aren't your target audience. And it could be that they're not your target audience at this time, because what I have noticed about people is, honey, let me tell you, whenever you start making money, then they might take you seriously. But while you in the trenches, while you up to 3 o'clock in the morning, and then getting back up at 7, 8 o'clock, they don't see that. Just like they didn't see that for the Instagram models. Just like they didn't see that for the people that's on Instagram selling courses to say, hey, this is what you need to do. They didn't see those people at their low points. They just see them at their highs, and they're ready to invest in them. So the purpose of this episode is to let you know that, hey, boo, one day you will be those people that are no longer in the trenches, but have thousands of followers, as long as thousands of dollars in your bank account. One day you will be one of those people that are being followed and that are being supported by the people closest to you. So don't be discouraged. You got to hold on. And if you look at any of these people that have made it, these people, a lot of them didn't. It's not like they made it with a silver spoon in their mouth. It's not like they came up and was just like, oh, I was born with 100,000 already. That's already my inheritance, so I'm going to start this building. No, they started in the trenches. They built their business from the ground up, and they had to do it. They had to get it how they live. So continue to, move forward. If you need to invest in some of those people courses, I would say do it, but just make sure that it makes sense, because everyone is not genuine. Everyone is not about making, or some people is more about making money versus making business owners. So I would be really careful about that. But, if God puts it on your heart to go and follow somebody and invest with that person, and go ahead and do it for your business. That's my thing for 2020. I'm not just, saying that I have a business. I'm being about my business. I'm investing in marketing, something that I dreaded doing because I felt like, you have social media, right? Like, what other marketing would you need? But you market to your new quote unquote target audience that will be viewing you, right? Because if you have somebody that has a major platform and they have sponsoring ads available, they have promos available, you can use that to market yourself, because these people have a large platform. And so that's how you can use those platforms to get your name out there. So for me, I'm looking at my target audience. I'm appreciating the people that, have been in my corner. I'm appreciating the people that have put money in my pockets, and I'm appreciating my new norm, my new target audience. So my new norm is no longer sending a text message to my family and friends. My new norm is using social media to my advantage. My target audience doesn't consist of, only people in Roseland, only people in Pawleys Island, only people that I know from the Air Force, only people that I know from Real Power AME. My new norm, my new target audience is worldwide. And that's how I am now going to brand myself. I'm not going to wake up and feel like, oh, I wish somebody would share my website, or I wish somebody would know. I'm no longer wishing, I am doing. And so to all the business owners, do not wallow in, who is not supporting you. Instead, stand up, give yourself a hand clap, and appreciate the people that are supporting you. Because sitting here crying and being discouraged and wondering how you're going to make it from 1 week to the next is not going to get money in your pocket. It's not going to put, food on the table. It's not going to drive sales to your website. It's not going to convert, people from just looking at your website to purchasing. That's not how it's going. So if you want to be that one that's making money in your sleep, your phone is dinging, your Cash App is going off, money is being transferred into your bank account, learn to embrace your new norm. Embrace your new norm. Like, we got to get it how we live. In 2020, there is not this woe is me, because woe is me doesn't get you money. Now, I'm not going to say that you won't have woe is me days, because I have woe is me days, but I don't sit there. We're not going to have a whole day of woe is me. We're going to have a day of, okay, you know what? I need to do this marketing. You know what? What can I channel my energy to today? Where can I go today? Where can I go? What can I look at that I haven't looked at before? How can I use social media to my advantage? That's what we're looking at. So, like I started this podcast episode off with saying, I was that one who would get discouraged. It is time out for being discouraged, because there are billions of people in this world. You think that for 1 second, the people who have, let's see, what, because I'm into t-shirts, right? So let's see, what t-shirt company when we start from our urban community audience. So when we start looking at, these shirts going around saying that I'm reclaiming my time and God is dope and unapologetically dope, you think for 1 second that those people, I don't know them, but I sure enough have some t-shirts from them. Don't know them, probably will never meet them a day in my life. Do not limit yourself to the people that you know as being the only people who can be in your audience. Don't do it. because you're going to sell yourself short. I have made a pretty penny in just this last month. And I told my best friend, I said, I had to look at my sales and be like, oh my God, I've made this amount of money in just this little time. So imagine what I can do now that I'm really, this is no longer a 9-to-5 and doing this. It's solely doing this. Imagine what I can do. I'm not going to sell myself short thinking about who can be in my target audience. Or who should be in my target audience. There's a whole lot of people out here in this world that's waiting for what I have. And so that's the mentality that I'm running with in 2020. It's a whole lot of people in this world that's waiting on what I have. Am I ready to give it to them? Point blank. Am I ready to give it to them? Because if I have something that resonates with the people are going to come. They don't have to be my people, but the people are going to come. And as a matter of fact, once they purchase from me, yeah, they are my people. And that's who I will cater to. That is who is your target audience. So again, to my new entrepreneurs, even to my seasoned entrepreneurs, because sometimes you guys need, a boost of energy too. Sometimes you guys need a pep talk or a check of reality. Don't be discouraged. It's 2020 and it's so much technology out there. There's really no reason for any of us to fail. That's just the bottom line. Why would we fail? We have too much to look at. We have too much to research that failure shouldn't be an option. Right? So it's time out for discouragement. Not going to say that you can't get discouraged or have woe it's me days, because again, we all have them, but we are not to sit and sulk in them. Okay? All right. So y'all be on the lookout for another podcast coming out. I need to get back on schedule. I've been a little off track trying to get my marketing up. But I appreciate you guys for listening on tonight's episode. All right. Until next time.